Okay, welcome to part 2 of our case study in web design. In part 1 of our tutorials, we created this website, Cup du Jour Coffee House and Bakery, and you can see that we created this menu across the top and a bulleted list and the address and a footer. We actually copied and pasted the same file over and over again so that we could create these different files, and what we have basically is 4 HTML files, each starting from the same document, and we did that to save time. Alright, we started with the main page. What I want to do now is edit the menu page. I'm going to open this with Notepad, and in this case I don't really need the big bold menu. I can put something smaller like just regular menu, and we still want the navigation, and we don't really want this section here, the bulleted list, and we really don't need our address on that page. Alright, so what we can do now is start with our menu. In this case, let's go ahead and start with the definition list, and let's make sure I end the definition list. And in between here, I can go out and I can start my DT, which is basically the term, and in this case it'll be our coffee. So we might have regular coffee or tea, and then we want to end our DT, but then we want a DD, and that will be our definition, and we can have our our house special or decaf. Okay, and we can end our DD here, and then we can put on here a bottomless cup. That would be kind of funny. $2. Alright, and then we want to make sure we end our DD there, and let's go ahead and let's leave that just to see how it looks. Make sure everything is working okay, and we can refresh. Oops, I've got to go to my menu. Alright, so we have this on here, but this kind of blends together. So I think what I want to do here on my DT is put a strong and then maybe in the strong. Alright, so save and go back over and refresh. Okay, and I can do the same thing with some other menu choices here. Okay, to save time here, I'm just going to copy and paste, and then I'm going to take out this here and have I'll just put a character to hold it, and then 1 and 2. And I'm only doing that so that I can maybe copy and paste a couple more items, so that if I save this and go over here and refresh, I have a few things on my menu. So I'll go back here now and fill those in. Okay, and I just went ahead and filled that in so you didn't have to watch me type. And I'm going to go over here and refresh. And so now we have a nice little menu. Alright, I want to also go in here and open up my events in Notepad. And I'm going to, instead of having events on there, Cup du Jour events, and I still want my nav menu. I don't need these things either, and I'll just put in a little holder here, say events go here. Alright, and if I save this and open up my cup and go to events, it'll be all ready. Alright, I'll do the same thing with jobs. Open with Notepad, take out these items here, jobs go here, and take this out. Alright, and I'm going to go over here now and refresh, and I'm going to go to jobs. So we have jobs, events, our menu, and our home. Alright, so we've got a really good start on a little page here. Okay, the next thing we want to do here is put in a cascading style sheet, and we're going to do external so that we can use an external style sheet to match each of our pages, but this is the layout that we have so far. Alright, I want to go over here to my folder, and I'm going to create a new folder, and in this case, or not a new folder, I'm sorry, a new text document, and I'm going to call this one cupdujour.css. Yes, I want to change it. And you notice it changes the icon. And what we're going to do is we're going to open this with Notepad. Alright, and this is where we're going to put our cascading style sheet styles. Alright, and then we'll go back into our documents and have it reference this. Okay, to start with, what we want to do is set up our global style, and that would be our body mostly. And we're going to begin and end the tag, and you'll see that basically this is kind of it'll let you select everything in between, but I usually put my beginning and ending here so that I can use a tab here and line up all of my information. My background color I want to equal FFCC. Oh, and I have to make sure I do my semicolon. Alright, and my color I'm going to have equal 330000, and I'm going to have my font family be Verdana or Arial or anything sans serif. Whoops, serif. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and leave my body like that. And I'm going to save. Okay, now I want to continue with my H1 tag. And I'll try to keep this kind of about the same. We're going to do our background color. Whoops. As, let's see, CC9966. Our, let's say, color as all black, which is, this is all 6 zeros. Our line height to 200%, and then our text align to center. And I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then I'm going to jump back over to my index, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my reference to this page. So before the end of the head, I want to put in this thing that says link. Let's see, style sheet, and I want to go over to href equals, and this is cupdujour.css, and I think I'm going to do type equals text/css, and then end that tag, and I should be able to save this, and when I go back over here to my cup du jour and refresh, I have this kind of a setup. Now my background color didn't come out. I have to go back and see what I did here, and that'll be in my CSS. Alright, so I can see here what I forgot was to end with my semicolon, and that's a common thing to mess up. And if I save this and I go back to my cup du jour and refresh, I have a nice setup for my page. Now again, if I go to my other pages, they're still using the old style sheet or a no style sheet. So I can go back in now, and all I have to do is copy this link and go into each of my pages and save, and then paste it before the head ends and save, and go one more time, paste it before the head ends and save. And if I go back here, all of my pages now should have the same style sheet, and this is one of the beauties of having an external style sheet. Now if I go in and decide I want to change colors, I can change the colors in one file. For example, if I changed my background here to white, which is all F's, then every single page here would have a white background. Alright, so again, it's a really awesome tool. So I'm going to go ahead and save it back here so we have more of a coffee color, and then refresh, and again all of these will match. Alright, so that should get you started at least with the beginning of cascading style sheets, and in tutorial 3 we'll continue. Thanks a lot.